You the different updates we have for Blurweb app. The first update which we have is if you will click on the extension. So if I go and click on Blurweb app extension, if I increase this intensity, opacity, whatever you want to call the blur intensity, it will stay as this. So if I reload the page, open up Blurweb app again, you can see the blur intensity stays. So that's the first feature. The second feature is something which was requested by a customer. Basically, he wanted a solution so that the blur he is doing. So he was supposed to do blur on different websites. The count he mentioned was 10, and he do not want his team members to have to do the same thing again and again. So what he wanted was that the key blur settings, the key blur which he does, is there a way so that that key blur can be imported into other accounts? What do I mean by that? Let me show you rather than like explaining in words. So what he wanted is, let's say this is his device. So you can see this is another Chrome profile and this is a totally different Chrome profile. These can be different two different browsers. These can be two different browser and two different devices, and those devices can be in different countries. So in one device, let's say I am here, call this device as device number 1 and this is device number 2. So the device number 1, what I did was I went in the Blurweb app and I clicked on the key blur feature, and I used the blur area feature to blur this, and click on apply. Now I went back to and reload this page. Let me just reload the page, and the blur stays because it was done by a key blur. Now I want to do some click to blur with key blur as well. So I'm going to do click, click, click. And yeah, those are majorly it. I'm going to also blur this out. So we did multiple things. We did blur area, key blur. We did blur, click to blur, key blur. So you can see all of this is hidden. Now I want these to be imported to this device without this person having to do anything. So all you need to do is visit your My Account page. You will find this button called Import Key Blur. So I will click on that. Then I will select from which device I want to import. So select import to device. So which means like which device I want to import into. So if this text is confusing, just let me know what I can update this to. But basically, I want to import it to Blurweb app, which is this one. This one is the Blurweb app, and this one is my main device, Tiwari main device. That's my surname. So I'm importing it from the within. By within, I means our license key will be same. So this is visible. I'll delete this license key, so don't try to use it. But basically, if you choose outside, you can enter someone else's license key and then their user ID. But since I'm doing it within my license key, I don't have to even paste my license key. It will automatically be filled here. The next thing is to enter the user ID. So I want to import from this Tiwari main. So I'm going to copy that. I want to import to Blurweb app from within, and I'll paste my user ID. If I click on import, you can see it says import key blur successfully. So now what is supposed to happen is all of these settings should be imported to this device. Now, of course, right now, Blurweb app cannot just run automatically. So what we need to do is we need to initiate the app first so that the app can at least check on the different updates and everything. So if I initiated it once, I have done that. Now, if I reload the page again, you can see all of these things which we did over here are done in this one as well. So this is the amazing feature which took a lot of while, but I'm really happy and excited to announce and release it to the public. So go ahead, give this a try, and let me know if you face any problem, if you need anything more. We are regularly working on improving Blurweb app and adding new features to it. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach us out at sanskar@blurweb.app or support@blurweb.app. You can also contact us via using our contact option. So that's all for this update. I'll see you in the next one.